I am here in Iowa. We're visiting some family, just as an off note. And I decided whilst I was here, I would come somewhere local, see some local birds that we would never get down in North Carolina, hopefully. Although there'll probably be a lot of crossover. I've just arrived at the place, and I've got a couple of problems. One being that I have no idea where I'm going. Now I'm here, as you can see. It's a very long track road, and then some kind of wetlands out the side. I've already seen a couple of egrets, but it's going to be interesting to see what I actually can get to. But the second problem, which you can maybe hear, is that it's actually raining quite a bit. So, update. I'm still where I was stopped a minute ago. The rain has mostly disappeared. I'm having a tough time moving because I've already got maybe 12 different birds just standing right here. A moment ago there was an egret up in this tree. We've got a lot of your kind of woodland or park birds. We've got some goldfinches, grosbeaks, wrens up here. And then I dread to think what is out in this marshland here. I know I've heard some heron type noises. We had a bald eagle fly over. There's probably all sorts of interesting things down in the reeds. Apparently this is a good place for least bittens, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm just having a really tough time moving on. There's probably some interesting places. It looks like you can turn down some roads, so I'll maybe try and do that, see where it takes me, but so far so good. 2 hours in, and apparently I've just made it to the entrance, so yeah. So now we're in the park proper, I guess. Just come down a little ways down here, and as you can see, there's a lot more actual water, and you can probably hear that. There's some birds right down behind me. In the distance, back in the pond back there, we have some wood ducks. Overall, I gotta say, this is a great place for birds. There's just so many of them and so much noise happening. I'm not sure what half the noise is, whether it's even birds in some cases. But I guess that's part of the fun. I'm just going to keep investigating. Well, I've reached the end of the path somewhat. There it is. This area is still very nice. Lots of water, as you can see. And that way there's actually a lot more water down here. But of course, being this time of year, not a lot of waterfowl. But yeah, I'm gonna turn around, head back. I might keep driving down the main road because this was a little turn off, well, a big turn off, and see if I can find the cranes I heard earlier. But either way, I mean, there's so much here. Probably find something. I'm up to 30 something species, 35 maybe, and a couple that I'll have to check. Like, I need to look at my yellowlegs footage and decide what that was. Nice little muddy pond ways back. But yeah, onwards. So I was thinking about how I'd rate this place for scenicness. That's not really a word, but anyway. And it's tricky because obviously it's very flat and it has that somewhat sort of barren wasteland feel that marshy areas do. But then on the other hand, it's not unattractive. It's not just full of swamp alone. There's nice reeds. A huge section filled with lily pads just down over here. And beyond the park itself, it's very scenic too. So I don't know, I think it's quite attractive in its own way. But yeah, that aside, I'm keeping a little eye out here. There's a lot of swallows coming by. I'm trying to work out what they are. think I've seen some tree swallows, but I want to confirm if there's any others, because there's a lot listed for being here. But I'm nearly back to the, doesn't look like it, but I'm nearly back to the main drive now, and then I'm going to try a little bit further down there and just see what happens. Well, I've moved on down, sun's come out, definitely heating up now, but I just can't seem to head out of this place without it saying, give me another bird, that I just wasn't expecting. I don't know if you can see behind me the little white blobs. We've got some swans back there. Got a kingbird that was just down here. That was another new one when I stopped. And right over here, just all the way along, there's this kind of marshy canal. And there was a yellow warbler feeding a young. So I don't know. I guess until stuff really does seem to stop. Oh, got a barn swallow just flying over. Until it stops, I'm just gonna keep heading down and see what else is down here. This place is pretty amazing, I gotta say. Well, this is the end of the final road that I could go down. I was hoping it was going to curve around back by the river a bit more, but it kind of cuts off here, and you can only walk back here if you're allowed to do that even. This road, this last one that I came down, is a lot more farmlandy, so there's been a lot of sparrows. One that I have no idea what it was, a black and white one. I'm going to have to try and work that out because it doesn't match any descriptions I have on hand, and I can't go online right now because I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna turn around here, head on back, and I think we're all done for the day really, unless I can pick up any lucky ones. I wonder if with the sun coming out for a couple of hours now, things have begun to settle down and quiet down until this evening. So as I'm about to head out of the park, a couple of quick conclusions about Green Island. Very much worth a visit. Probably any time of year. I can only imagine that there's a lot of waterfowl out on the water in the winter, and obviously spring, plenty of trees for warblers. There's even a few warblers left over now that I was able to see, and probably some more that I wasn't able to see. Very scenic. Birding highlight, I'm not sure yet. Probably that black and white sparrow looking thing that I don't know what it was. I'll work that out, and that may well be my my overall bird of the day. There were some birds that were everywhere I went. The red-winged blackbirds everywhere. Birds everywhere. There's still birds here now. I still keep stopping and listening out to see if I can find something else new for the list. I can easily see how people are getting such huge lists here from a day's visit. I recommend it if you're ever in the area. It's a bit silly.